always a wonderful atmosphere. Well, our next semi-final today is the first of the men's doubles, and what a mouth-watering prospect it is. The World Championship gold medalists Kang Min-hyuk and Seo Seung-jae up against the Asian Games gold medalists Satwik Sairaj, Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty of India. Well, this is the men's doubles draw from the quarter-final stage. 6 different seeds and 6 different nationalities, 2 pairs from China and 2 from Malaysia. But sadly for the home fans, the 2 Malaysian pairs lost yesterday in the quarter-final stage. 4 seeds at semi-finals and 4 different flags next to the 4 pairs, and that's always good to see. 2 pairs led out by the reigning world champions. Kang Min-hyuk and Seo Seung-jae, the number 6 seeds here at the Malaysia Open this year, against the number 2 seeds. Asian Games gold medalists, Asian champions as well last year. In fact, 5 titles from 6 finals in 2023. Rankireddy and Shetty, clearly their best year on tour so far. Well, this will be a 5th meeting between these 2 pairs, and the previous 4, Rankireddy and Shetty, have won 3 of them, including the last 2. The last was the semi-final of the Indonesian Open, which Rankireddy and Shetty went on to win. That a Super 1000 event, 21-18 in the deciding game in 1 hour and 7 minutes in Istora Senayan in Jakarta. So a change of ends. Greg, did you see who won the toss of the coin and who chose what? Did you see who won?
No, I didn't actually.
Didn't?
No.
No, I didn't see that either. So, the number 2 seeds, only final that they lost last year was the China Masters, the last of the qualifying events for the World Tour finals. These are the world champions. This is Kang Min-hyuk, will turn 25 next month, born in Suwon in the northwest of South Korea. 183. Is 6 foot tall, and he and his partner are enjoying their 4th consecutive week at their career high of 3. Seo Seung-jae, who very, very recently has just got married, is 26 years of age, and they're making their 3rd consecutive appearance here. It's their 2nd consecutive semi-final, because in the semi-final last year they lost out to the eventual champions Alfian and Ardianto. In the first round they beat Ben Lane and Sean Vendy, then beat Lee Che-hui and Yang Po Xuan, both of those matches in 2 straight games. The quarter-final against the former world champions Aaron Char and So Wee-ik came through 21-13 in the deciding game. Satwik Sairaj Rankireddy is 23 from Umalaperon in Andhra Pradesh state, and they are former world number 1s, 3 weeks from the beginning of October last week, but currently number 2 on the world rankings. Both tall players, 26 years of age. Shetty from Mumbai, formerly known as Bombay. They have won all of their matches in 2 straight games. Fikri and Maulana of Indonesia in the first round, Couvet and Labar of France in the second, and then the winners of the Kumamoto Masters last year, the new Chinese pair of He Ji-ting and Ren Xiang-yu. So our umpire for this one, Jakob Simberg from Denmark and Kevin Ban from America is the service judge. Well, history could be made today, because no player from India has ever contested a final here at the Malaysia Open. In the Open era, the First Malaysian Open of the Open era was 1983. Matthias Bo, former Danish player, Olympic silver medalist, now coaches the doubles players in India. And the Korean coaching bench.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Shetty and Rankireddy, India. And on my left, Kang and Korea. Shetty to serve, love all, play.
So the number 2 seeds from India, Satwik Sairaj, Rankireddy and Shetty, nearest to us, against the reigning world champions, Kang and Seo-Seung-jae. Greg, I was just saying that history could be made today with Rankireddy and Shetty. Were they to win this semi-final, would be the first players from India across any discipline to reach a final of the Malaysian Open. I found that quite an interesting statistic, given the quality of Saina Nehwal and PV Sindhu in recent years in women's singles, but neither of them reached the final.
Yes, that's definitely a surprise, but I think Indian badminton is on the rise, and I'm sure in upcoming years we'll see lots of chances, including these two today.
Yeah. Well, I read a statistic that badminton in India is the second most popular sport behind, no surprise, cricket. Well, it's been a very good start by Rankireddy and Shetty.
Yes, there's lots of Indian fans, and I'm sure they'll dearly love Rankireddy and Shetty to win this today in what is a really exciting matchup.
Just wide. What's your take then on this Indian pair? What's their real quality? What makes them so special?
The quality is their attack. You've got Rankireddy, world record holder for the fastest smash, and then Shetty, who hits very powerfully himself, with also a great angle on his attack.
Yeah, the world record was not set in competition.
Yes, I should have stipulated that.
Yeah, so I think it's like a sprinter saying, well, I ran a world record time in training. It's not really registered as a world record, is it?
Definitely not, but I can confirm after watching him a lot in the practice halls, he's up there with one of the biggest smashes.
Oh, there's no doubt about it, absolutely.
Yeah. What we've just seen there is what Matthias Bo has really helped them with in their game is closing down the court. Seeing them in the practice halls, they're often working on the first three or four shots of the rally, but then just really moving forwards and closing down any gaps on the court, because no one in the world wants to lift to them.
No. Took the half chance to go forward. Shetty didn't work on this occasion. In fact, he lost his balance. So determined to get forward as quickly as possible.
6.
Good serve.
7.
So, okay, what's your take then on the reigning world champions? What makes them so special?
So, I was about to say, if anyone in the world can survive their attack, it is the Korean pair, because their defense is very good. And I think in that partnership is Seo, who is really the creator in the partnership. He's got such good touch around the court, his vision to be able to find space and gaps to set up as a partner, and actually for them to get into a front and back combination is really good. What you'll see in the Korean combination is that Kang will like to go forwards more. Seo playing mixed as well. Will generally hold back a little bit more.
I couldn't agree with you more. I think So Seung-jae, his vision to find or see the gaps, and then his technical skills to be able to place the shuttle there, I think they're absolutely superb.
But what we're seeing so far in this match, because of the conditions, is quite fast. It's very much a battle to get that attack. There's not many high lifts, there's not many open rallies, and it's an incredible demonstration of their speed and reflexes around the net.
Service fault.
Too high. Too high. On Rankireddy.
5-9.
Sticks.
7.
That's the second return of serve where it's hit the net cord. And Seo has just been able to lift it, so relaxed. And right onto the back line. A very impressive skill.
Oh, that's a nice shot. That's a beauty from Kang Min-hyuk.
8-9.
Very clever. Even that shot before there, just a dink into the mid-court because they don't want to lift.
4 straight points. Oh, good drive serve. Oh, what a return from Shetty.
10-8.
How did he play that?
Seo didn't know what hit him. Literally.
So, to the mid-game interval, Rankireddy and Shetty with a 3-point advantage. Yeah, just touch the shuttle. Yep. Good spot by the umpire.
Stay ready here. Both of us. Next to the reserve, they push a little bit more. Yeah, super. Yeah.
So the players back on court.
11-8.
Sadly,
Right.
we came in a little late onto the coaching of Matthias Bo. But I did hear the last thing he said, which is super. Come on. So he's obviously pleased with his players, so he should be.
12-8.
That was very good push into the midcourt, and then he was ready straight away with his backhand.
Service over.
Of the two Indian players, it's Shetty that prefers to be the front court player. I think he's more effective as a front court player too.
Yeah, he's brilliant.
Service over. 13-9.
Oh, that's Suter again.
Service over. 10-13.
Plum on the line. Momentarily forgot that Sorsian Jay was a lefty. Well, they're making their way back into this, the world champions.
13.
Yeah, I think they've really tried to get their shots going down, and for that they've sometimes sacrificed a little bit of power and gone for placement instead. Phenomenal rotational play there from Shetty. Made himself really big at the net.
What do you mean by that?
So
the fact that he's got his racket up ready?
yeah, but
and
he's
threatening?
moved back as well. So he's seen Rankireddy's hitting it hard, and knowing that the opponents aren't going to be able to play a soft block, so he can stand further back
14.
and cover the other side of the court.
For the last 5 points to the Koreans. And they're right back in this.
Service over. 15-13.
There's a thunderous smash.
Oh, good flick serve. Yeah. Set up the whole rally.
17-13.
Just when you thought the Koreans were getting back into this. So the Indian pair just pull away again.
Service over. 14-17. Service over. 18.
Well, I think the
14.
quality of the return of serves pretty much forced him into making that service error. He's probably feeling he's got to hit the perfect serve. You pretty much have to. Nice block.
Service over. 15-18.
Oh, brilliant. Good rally.
16.
You've got to love that defence, haven't you?
That was a great one.
Lovely, lovely block defence from So Seung-jae.
I wonder if he'll go for the flick serve again.
Nice. Oh, it's just wide. There's a challenge though.
Kang,
Challenge
your
from
challenges
the world
called
champions.
out.
Yeah, it was clearly wide.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge remaining.
2 points away from the opening game.
Service over.
Rankireddy and Shetty.
19-16. Play.
It's a nice idea, but that goes wide for Kang,
Game point.
and it's 4 game point opportunities for Rankireddy and Shetty. That's well saved.
17-20. Thank you. Seventeen, 20.
That's another prime example of the Koreans finding the gaps.
Yeah, you can see, you saw Seo before he served the last time. He was shadowing with his racket, getting ready after the serve. he knows it's been going to be coming in and around the area, and he's still doing it now.
18.
Is that
20.
psychological games with
I
his
don't know.
opponent?
Because if I was his opponent, I would think, okay, he's not going to flip. But maybe he's just trying to really get himself ready at the net.
Opening game, 21-18.
First game, won by Shetty, Rankireddy, and Shetty, 21-18.
21-18. Opening game in favour of the Asian Games gold medalists against the World Championship gold medalists. Good opening game.
Now it's lower from this side. Now it's a little bit more. I have the only thing besides that is then we block straight, and the same for still from here to a lot of then that one we angle a little back towards the center. Yeah. But otherwise just be careful, there's no little bit.
20 seconds. 20 seconds.
Okay? Yeah, come on.
Shetty. Tuck in. Thank you. Second game. Level. Play.
So one game to the goods, the Asian Games gold medalists Rankireddy and Shetty against the reigning world champions. Kang and Sudirman Jae. That's a beautiful shot.
Service over. 1-love.
Lim Chun-hee could have done with a few like that in the previous semi-final, the men's singles semi-final.
He certainly could.
Service over. 1-0.
Yeah, good placement of the smash as well. And Sudirman Jae.
2-1.
You're really a big fan of Sudirman Jae, aren't you, Greg?
Yes, I am. I think as a male mixed doubles player who's also left-handed, he's someone I really look up to, as you would with a world champion.
Yeah, of course. When you have a player like that, and you're still competing, obviously, do you analyse him especially so that you can get tips from what he's doing and how he's playing shots, how he's playing tactically, or do you just analyse all the players equally?
Yeah, I definitely focus on players I think I could be more like and mould my game around, for sure. I've done that all my career, really, and I recommend other people do it. Back in the day, Chris Hadcock was a role model, a figure that I thought I could try and modern my game around and definitely CO. In terms of the vision, and also his movement.
Are we talking about Adcock or So Seung-jae?
Yes, So Seung-jae,
Yeah, his movement. Oh, look at that.
Those blocks.
Service over. 3-0.
That's just delightful, wasn't it?
Yeah. There's a good little hold from Shetty there. He was so high up and then he just played a good pace shot. So Kang just didn't know what to do and he ended up lifting out the back.
Slightly off balance when he played that smash, Shetty.
4-3.
Look how calm So Seung-jae is just to leave that. He knew immediately it was going to go long with the back line.
Yeah, he couldn't quite get on balance enough to get it going in a downwards direction. Very clever play there, I can see using a couple of holds on the lifts, just so that Rankireddy can't be in the best position possible. And then when he's out of position, that's when they're really stepping forwards and counter-attacking.
Oh, that's just extraordinary skill from So Seung-jae. Because the return of serve got the net caught. How did he control that? That's an amazing shot from the left-hander. Exchanges in that rally. I think they've stepped up half a pace. I think they're looking more for the counter-attack, whereas I thought in the opening game, maybe on defence they were a little bit static. They're now moving forward when having to defend.
Yeah, they are.
Longest rally so far, 20 shots. 20 shots? That's nothing.
Again, you see a little hold there from Kang on that drive, so they're not playing predictable. And I think that's meaning Rankireddy and Shetty are just taking it a little later. I mean, that was a good shot in itself.
Yeah.
As you say, they're stepping up.
Service over.
Nice.
4-8.
Long levers for the tall Indian players. Help on those interceptions. Shetty, 6'1". His partner just under that.
Service over. 9-4.
Well, I know that, or I have assumed that Kang has been working on his net play and using a much shorter racket swing. And there, I think he reverted to the bigger swing. And I think there's been a concerted effort to cut down the amount of swing when he's at the front of the court.
Yeah, he certainly improved around that area.
Nicely taken. Brilliant. Fabulous rally. Neither pair wanting to lift. Good placement and good power from Kang.
10, 6.
Yeah, just towards the right hip area. Making it very awkward for Shetty. And that's gone long.
11, 6. Italy.
And the world champions Kang and Shaw with a 5-point advantage here in the second game. Indian pair having won the first. Let's roll on.
조금만 더 내가 템포를 빨리 잡아주고 그 다음이 쉬워진단 말이야. 그걸 기다렸다 치면 안 돼. 또 하이 타점을 잡더라도 뭔가 내가 밸런스가 안 맞으면 놓고 가는 거야. 놓고 다음 거를 해줘야 되는데 그걸 자꾸 억지로 무리하게 때릴 필요 없고, 그리고 이동하는 동작에서 내가 타점을 잡는 동작에서 내가 움직이는 동작이 있고, 나는 코스를 가. 내가 한쪽에 가줘야 뒷선에 한쪽을 맞춰주기가 쉬운데 양쪽을 다 잡고 가운데를 되면 양쪽을
Coach, return to your chair.
Okay, we need to come up on this service. Yeah. Okay, come on, boys. Come on.
Kang. Put it in the back. Yes, thank you.
Well, the only bit of coaching I caught from
11,
Matthias Bo
6.
was something about the serves.
Play.
Standing up to the serve. Well, that just reiterates what you were saying earlier, Greg, that how Matthias Bo has helped the Indian pair focus on the first 3 shots of the rally.
Yeah, and as we've seen, there's not many long rallies in this match. There's great rallies, but often they're around 10 shots. So it's all determined who gets the attack early on is determined by the serve and return. So it's so important that they're playing tight serves and also good returns. That's a nice variety from Shetty.
And 11.
Good serve out wide. Nice variation. Oh gosh, nice quick on that. You know, I'm pretty convinced the Korean coach in the mid-game interval there was still saying something to Kang about the short, sharp movement of the racket head at the net. His gestures, him certainly implied that to me. Overdone it.
Seo's so calm there. 2 shots in that rally. He just held it and played it straight into space on the court. He's almost waiting for his opponents to move, and then he's playing into the gap.
It's amazing he's so sharp. So Seung Jae. Because he only got married at the end of December, and I think he spent some time in America.
Yeah.
He
think so.
hasn't really been
Nine,
practicing.
13.
And he's playing so well.
Yeah, but I think it might even help him in a way because he played so many matches in 2023,
Yeah,
playing 2 events as well.
yeah,
So-
that's true.
Oh! 10, 13.
I think when you've played the amount of badminton he has in his life, 1 or 2 weeks off, not too disastrous.
No, you don't lose your touch overnight.
Yeah.
You don't
14,
become a bad player
10.
overnight, and he's not lost his skills. But sometimes players, if you're not practicing, it depends on the character of the player, I suppose. There's some players, if you're not practicing every day, they doubt themselves and lose a little bit of confidence.
Absolutely, and every player is different. But I think his style
Service over.
is quite natural. And,
11,
you know, he's got that ability to play shots as a shot maker. So I think it comes naturally to him.
Yeah.
Some people will, yes, have 1 week off and be very rusty. I'm not sure it'll be the same for him. But I'm sure he was keeping in shape anyway. Judging by the amount of training I see him do in the practice hall, it's very impressive. And they're taking a lead here
15, 11.
at a crucial stage of this game.
Yeah. Four-point cushion. That's a super serve.
16, 11.
In the opening game, I felt that it was Rankireddy and
17,
Shetty who were playing too
11.
quickly for their opponents. Now I think it's the complete opposite.
Very much agree. Yeah. Whether that's
Six-point cushion now.
Yeah, whether that's a difference in ends.
Could well be, couldn't it?
Yeah. We might see in this what's looking like a 3rd game coming.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would be disappointed if we had a third game here. 3 points away, in fact, from a third and a side game.
Service over. 12, 18.
Looking perhaps a little more relaxed than he was earlier, the Korean coach. Yep.
13,
Loose
18.
return of serve, not what it deserved. That's the problem with lifting from this near side of the court. Meeting with the drift. That is liable to happen. Points to take the second game. Kang and Short. Nice. Look at that block. That's just delightful. Great touch and skill on this defensive shot. Look at that. Blocked. Got the net cord, but he'd already moved forwards. And it is now 6 game point opportunities for the number 6 seeds from Korea.
Service over. 15-20.
Oh, that's missed as well.
16-20.
Game points have come and gone.
17-20.
Another 3 remain for the Koreans.
Can they? Can they do it? I think even if they don't, it's a great signal for the third game.
Yeah. Never know. You never know in sport. That's why we love it.
Fantastic brush off there from Shetty.
Four game points well saved. The nerves are jangling as far as the Koreans are concerned. Who would have thought?
They've been playing so safe. They need to start attacking again.
Overcautious.
Yes.
Extraordinary comeback. 6 straight points. 6 game points saved. It's 20 all. And extra points required until there's a clear 2-point winning margin. Who's got the nerve? He's landed in on a run of 7 straight points, having saved 6 game point opportunities. Now Rankireddy and Shetty have a match point opportunity. Well, this is absolutely extraordinary.
Is standing on top of his chair, and he was thumping his chest to the fans. A run of 8 straight points to save 6 game points and close out this semi-final in 2 straight games. Well, extraordinary things happen in sport, and we've just witnessed one of them here this evening. Match won by Rankireddy and Shetty, 21-18, 22-20.
Umpire confirming that scoreline, 47 minutes. What an extraordinary comeback. Confirmation of the scoreline, 21-18, 22-20 in a match time rounded up to 47 minutes. What a thriller, how extraordinary. And it is Rankireddy and Shetty, the Asian Games gold medalists, who will contest the final tomorrow. Woo!
See you tomorrow.
I think we can safely say they're pretty pleased with that. And why wouldn't you be? 14-20 down in the second game, and they win in 2 straight. Absolutely remarkable. So coming up next is the second of our men's singles semi-finals. It's a repeat of the final at the World Tour finals. It's the 2-time defending champion, Victor Axelsen, against Shi Yuqi of China. So welcome back to the Axiata Arena. It's evening time here in Kuala Lumpur. It's just gone 7:30 in the evening, and as you can see, light is dimming outside, but we've got some spectacular badminton inside. 2 more semi-finals to